Banger after banger.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Kris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community posts, anywhere you can get in contact with me. I'm not hard to find. And I'm back at you with your AEW Full Gear predictions video. And honestly, as far as the build goes for Full Gear, I know a lot of times I've been kind of critical on AEW as far as the build for their shows. Like, I know the actual pay-per-view itself is going to be good, but it's just getting there. I've been pretty critical with the build for the past few shows. As far as Full Gear goes, they've been doing a pretty solid job of, actually building the card and building towards the matches. Now, of course, some builds have a weaker build, or some matches have a weaker build than others, But as far as an overall build for the pay-per-view, they did a pretty solid job, if I do say so myself. It's like, as of right now, 8 matches on the regular show and a pre-show match. Pretty sure they're going to add more to the pre-show. But as far as what we know right now, I'm going to kick it off with the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships on the line. We have the Guns, the Ass Boys, challenging MJF and a mystery partner, whoever knew that's going to be. Pretty sure it's going to be Samoa Joe. I mean, that will make the most sense, right? Because Samoa Joe has been pretty much asking, like, yo, you gonna pick me? I think it would be a good idea if you pick me. I think you should pick me, Max. You're running out of friends there, buddy. So it would make the most sense if Samoa Joe was the mystery partner. And if Samoa Joe is indeed the mystery partner, I feel like he is going to cost MJF those tag team championships. Either he walks out or he just ends up choking out MJF, which would be hilarious, like Draymond Green style. And the Ass Boys become the new Ring of Honor tag team champions. Now, what does that mean for MJF and his AEW championship? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it. We have what I'm thinking is going to be the main event. MJF taking on Jay White for the AEW championship, the Triple B. MJF is going to win. These past few weeks and months, we've seen Jay White, holding the AEW championship, but he's not the champion. It looks good on him. It's a good look, you know what I'm saying? It looks cool. He looks cool with it, but, he's not the champion. And I don't think Jay White is going to walk out with that AEW championship. It's going to stay right there with good old Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. And I have another prediction as far as this match goes. I feel like we're going to see the Devil actually appear. Is he gonna be revealed? I don't think so, but I do think we're gonna see an actual appearance from this Devil that's been haunting MJF, that's been attacking Jay White and the Acclaimed, and just running amok and just flashing in and out, and it's causing ruckus and havoc as far in the AEW universe. So yeah, man, there's that. On to the rest of the card. We have Hikaru Shida defending her AEW Women's Championship against timeless Toni Storm. And I gotta say, I think we're gonna see a new AEW Women's Champion, which is cool for Toni Storm because she's been absolutely killing it in her role as being timeless Toni Storm. But this sucks for Shida because it feels like Shida never gets a good run as champion. Like, she's a 3-time champion, but all her reigns suck. You know what I'm saying? Like, her first reign, it was due to the pandemic, and that wasn't her fault at all. None of these things are her fault. Like, it's due to the booking. But it always feels like Shida is always the champion that you bust out when you need to reset the division or whatever. And her reigns never really mean too much. So Toni Storm will be the second ever, I believe, 3-time AEW Women's Champion. And I believe, fine behind Mariah May is going to be what helps Toni Storm win this championship. So, Next up, we have a match for the AEW International Championship. We have Jon Moxley challenging Orange Cassidy. And this should be a banger match, man. Like the build to this has been really good. You have Orange Cassidy who's really obsessed with this AEW championship. A man who's been perceived as lazy and he doesn't care, you know, he's just in his own world with his hands in his pockets. But he's found something that he absolutely cherishes and loves in this AEW championship, or this AEW International Championship. And he had him facing off against Jon Moxley, the one man who was able to beat him. And Jon Moxley is like the bane of his existence. He's like the one hurdle he can't get over, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like Orange Cassidy is gonna retain, but I kind of don't want him to. I kind of want Jon Moxley to win the AEW International Championship again, but I feel like they're gonna go with Orange Cassidy. And as far as, you know, what they do after this, I'm not entirely too sure, but yeah, my pick is Orange Cassidy. So after this, we have a tag team match. We have the Young Bucks taking on the Golden Jets and Chris Jericho and Kenny by God Omega. And I'm kind of digging the build for this match, man. I wasn't really enthusiastic for it when they announced it at first, because I'm like, fuck, man. Kenny's stuck in the Jericho verse. Oh, brother. And what are they doing with the tag team titles? And and the Young Bucks, they were the number one contenders, and they were supposed to be facing off against FTR. And obviously, we're not getting that. But in the couple of weeks that they've had to build this match, they've done a good job of, you know, getting me excited for it and building towards it. And the stipulation is, if the Young Bucks win, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega can never, ever tag again. But if the Golden Jets win, they become the new number one contenders for the AEW Tag Team Championship. They take that contendership away from the Young Bucks, and they become the number one contenders. And I've said this a couple times, I'm going to say it one more time for the official pick. I'm picking the Golden Jets to win. I'm picking these niggas to win. Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, number one contenders for the AEW Tag Team Championships. What the hell is this? And I feel like this is going to further that heel turn with the Young Bucks. Yeah, new number one contenders for the AEW Tag Team Championships. Speaking of those tag team championships, you have a fatal 4-way tag team match. You have Big Bill and Ricky Starks defending the titles against FTR, LFI, and the House of Blink. And I wouldn't be surprised if the House of Black walked out as the new tag team champions. Yeah, man. Like at first, I was thinking, you know, oh man, it's gonna be Ricky and Big Bill. They're gonna be the tag champions, and Kenny and Chris, they're gonna win and beat them. But the way the House of Black is being built on Collision these past few weeks, I wouldn't be surprised if they walked out as the new tag team champions. And speaking of the House of Black, we have a triple threat match for the TBS Championship. We have Kris Statlander defending the title against Skye Blue and Julia Hart. And this is probably like the only complaint I have, because I feel like this really should be a fatal 4-way match for the TBS Championship, but it is instead a triple threat match. And, you know, keeping up with the trend of the House of Black, I feel like Julia Hart, she's gonna win. She's gonna be the TBS champion, and the House of Black is gonna have all the gold. And Buddy Matthews, he's gonna be Buddy. You know, at least he has Rhea Ripley, so you know he's not a total loser. But you know, there's that. We have a trios match. We have Christian and his son Nick Wayne and his pet dinosaur Luchasaurus taking on the Rated R Icons and Edge, Sting, and Darby Allin. Now this is a match that I'm kind of back and forth on. Like, I don't know who's gonna win. Now logic will say, if this is Sting's retirement tour and he's going out with a bang, you would think Sting's team will win. But then again, man, I don't know, man. Christian can do some pretty underhanded stuff. You can even have Edge turn heel, which, I mean, that wouldn't make too much sense, but that could always be a possibility. But I'm going to go with the safe bet. I'm going to say Sting, Darby, and old Cope win the trios match, you know. Christian will be a disappointed father, and that's a very bad feeling when you disappoint your dad, but you know, these things happen. It is what it is. And the last match I want to talk about is the Texas Death Match. You have Hangman Adam Page taking on whose house? Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland. And like I said, it's going to be a Texas Death Match. And outside of MJF and Jay White, I gotta say, like, this is the best built match on this entire card, and I feel like this has the possibility of being the match of the night. Real shit, man. And this is another match I don't know which way it could go. Like, it could go either way. Like, either Hangman could win or Swerve could win. You know, that's typically how these things work. But as far as making a prediction, one thing I've noticed is that the past few times Hangman has been in a Texas death match, he's won. This is like his unofficial match. So it wouldn't be too surprising if Swerve, you know, somehow, some way, ended up getting the win, either if it's outside interference from the Mogul Embassy, or maybe somebody else comes out and helps. I don't know. But I feel like Swerve is going to walk away and get this win on old Hanger. And yeah, man, this should be a fire match. This is the match I'm looking forward to the most. So yeah, man, there's that. Those are my predictions for old AEW Full Gear. And the last thing I want to like touch on is the new signee who's going to sign their contract at Full Gear. I think it's going to be Mercedes Moné. I mean, I can't really think of anybody else it could be. Yeah, hopefully I'm not disappointed by this. Hopefully I am right. I have a feeling that I'm going to be wrong, but you know, we just got to wait and see for Full Gear, right? But anyway, man, let me know your predictions in the comment section below. Who do you think the mystery sign is going to be? Who do you think MJF's mystery partner is going to be? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think we're going to see the devil? Do you think CM Punk's going to return? Let me know, man. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Be easy. I'm out. Peace.